Monday motivation. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Monday motivation. Whether you're an EBLer or someone who just happened to stumble across this video online, I want to speak to you about something real. Something we all face. Whether we're students, leaders, or just trying to grow in any aspect of our lives. But first, let me introduce myself. My name is Lesala Khetheng. I'm a business and training manager working with individuals and organizations across South Africa to design and deliver high impact programs. Through the EBL Institute of Business and Technology, I help organizations build capacity and work directly with individuals and students, guiding them through learning journeys that are structured, that are practical and transformative. And today, I want to talk to you about something that sits at the heart of every problem or every program I run. Every student I support and every goal that's worth chasing. Doing hard things. You know, at the beginning of the year, a lot of people set New Year resolutions. They start out strong. They sign up for a course, they sign up for a gym, and then they attend that first session. At that session, they're feeling inspired. They say, you know what, this time I'm serious. I'm going to finish, I'm going to push through, and I'm going to succeed. But then along the way, life happens. The energy starts to dip. The modules start to pile up. They miss one deadline, then they miss two, then three. And suddenly, that same thing that felt like a breakthrough at the beginning now feels like a burden. A heavy burden that's difficult to bear. And here's the truth. Starting is easy, but continuing is sacred. The truth is, we've been sold a lie. A lie that motivation is the fuel that you need to succeed. Most of us were raised to chase ease, only do the easy things, and that if something is hard, you need motivation in order to do hard things. That if you don't feel inspired, maybe you're just not cut out for it. But what if the opposite was true? What if the hard thing that you're avoiding is the doorway you need to your success, the doorway to your dream, to your goals? Here's what I've learned through managing programs and working with students across the country and building systems along with massive organizations across South Africa. Motivation doesn't come first. Action does. So don't wait to feel ready. You start before you're ready. Just one step, even if it's a shaky step, even if you're scared, even if you don't know where to place it, you take it. And eventually your brain catches up and it says, oh, we're doing this. That's where that shift happens. The moment you stop negotiating with difficulty, you stop asking yourself, why is this so hard? And you start saying, this is hard and I do hard things. And that sentence changes everything. It shifts your identity from somebody who tries to someone who commits. From somebody who avoids hard things to someone who adapts to change and does the hard things. Because hard things aren't punishments. They're invitations. Invitations for you to grow, to stretch, and to build the capacity you need to take on more work, to do more things. Now let's get practical, because mindset alone without method is just hype. And the purpose of this video is not just to hype you, but to rather give you the tools that you can use today that will help you to do the hard things in learning and the hard things in life. The first tool is the rule of three. What is the rule of three? You need to break your day or your study session into three key tasks. So this is going to help you to reduce overwhelm and it will help you build momentum. You need to choose 3 tasks a day, not 10, not everything, just 3 simple tasks that you need to do. So how do we apply this to a course? Instead of saying I'm going to work through a whole module, this is what you can say. You can say I'm going to first watch one lesson or that one video or the first 2 videos. Then as I do that, I'm going to summarize the key points in the bullet. That's the second thing. Maybe the third thing, you can say I'm going to attempt one quiz or one section of a whole assignment. I'm just going to do the first section. Why does this work? Because cognitive science shows that our brains handle information better in small, focused chunks. So the rule of 3 keeps you productive without burnout because it keeps you focused on 3 key things and helps you build momentum on those. So this is the first tool that we can do to do hard things practically. The second one is time blocking with the focus, break, reward cycle. So what is the focus, break, reward cycle? It's a way that you section or you schedule your day in 45-minute blocks. So the first 30 minutes is targeted towards deep focus. Then you take 10 minutes of a break. Then the last 5 minutes are for reward. and reflection. How can you apply this to your course? So we can break out the first 30 minutes to complete a lesson or an assignment. This is where you do your deep focus learning. This is where you can play some study music to make sure that you focus. You need to focus and do the task at hand. Spend 30 minutes on that. Then after that, you spend 10 minutes. This is where you take a break. You can walk, you can stretch, you can take a stroll. Just take a break away from the work that you do. Then the last 5 minutes is where you reward yourself. You can listen to music, you can enjoy a snack. Just do whatever it takes to reward yourself. Make this time meaningful and make sure that it feels good. Then repeat the cycle. Focus, then take a break, then reward yourself. Focus, break, reward. That's the cycle. Why does this work? This is based on the ultradian rhythm. This is your brain's natural energy cycle, and it helps you to prevent fatigue and keeps your motivation high. This rhythm keeps your brain engaged and helps you keep your energy consistent and sustainable. That's the second tool that you can use. The third tool is to start before you're ready method. This is the start before you're ready method. What it is don't wait for motivation. Start with that micro action that gets you moving. Don't wait to have clarity, to have understanding. Just start, and start early. How can you apply this in your course? First thing that you can do, you can just tell yourself, I'm going to just open the course platform, or I'm just going to click on that module, or I'm just going to read the first paragraph of this article, or I'm just going to play the first 30 seconds of this video. Then from there, let the momentum carry you forward. Let action create motivation. Why does this work? This is rooted in what we call the behavioral activation. This is used in coaching and therapy to help people overcome procrastination. And this can help you do hard things. Action creates motivation. It's not the other way around. You need to take action in order to stay motivated. The more you do it, the more motivated you are. And here's one last thing. Track the hard things. Not for perfection, but for proof. Create a simple weekly tracker with 2 columns. On this column, you can say the hard thing I did this week. On the other column, how I felt after. So the first thing we can say, maybe I finished module 4. How did I feel? I felt proud and I felt relieved after finishing it. The second one, you can say, maybe I asked for help in a community forum. How did you feel? At first I felt nervous, but after reaching the answer, I felt empowered. Maybe another one, you can say, I woke up at 5 a.m. today. How did you feel? I felt focused, I felt capable, I felt successful. This isn't just about progress, it's about identity. You are becoming someone who shows up, someone who finishes, and someone who leads. This builds self-awareness and it reinforces the identity that says, I do hard things. Say it with me. I do hard things. Before you master the tools, before you finish the course, you have to decide. You have to decide. I am someone who does hard things. And that's a mentality, that's a shift. Not perfectly, not always easy, but consistently. I do hard things consistently. And that decision, that quiet, powerful decision is what changes everything. Tell yourself, I'm going to do hard things. Now let's go build something meaningful this week. You got this.